Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Today we'll be making the deep V-back Bubu with strips. So for a start, I'll take my shoulder measurement. So the shoulder measurement I'm using is about 7 inch. So from this point, I'll take the full sleeve length of the dress. So the sleeve length here, I have about 12-inch left of the fabric. So I will mark 10-inch for the sleeve length and remaining 2-inch for folding in the sleeve. So from there, I'll take the full length of the gown measurement. So after marking the full length, I will mark the waistline. As you can see me doing, the waistline is 18-inch. I'll mark it out here, and after marking it with a straight line, I'll go over and also mark the hip line. So the hip line, as we all know, is 8-inch below the waistline. So I'll also mark it out as you see me doing right now. And after marking it out, I'll go over and mark out the full length of the dress. So now, after taking those measurements, I'll come over to the neck area. As you see, I'll mark out 4-inch width of the neck. So I'll be using 4-inch. So I'll mark it out here. As you can see, my fabric is for fold. I'm cutting both the front and the back together. So now I'll mark 4-inch as the width of the dress. Then for the depth, I'll come down by 3-inch. So you can see I'm marking 3-inch for the depth, 3.5, sorry. I marked 3.5 for the depth of the neck. So I'll just draw it out with my chalk so it be visible. So I'll draw it out and make a curve just as you see me doing. This is another option if you don't have your curve rule. So now after doing that, I will come over to the sleeve opening downwards. As you can see, I will just shift my fabric a little bit here. I will come down for the shoulder slope by 1 inch, and from the 1 inch, I marked out 9-inch for the sleeve opening, and I add extra 1 inch for sewing. So we have 10-inch for the sleeve opening. So from there, I'll come to the waist area here, and I'll mark my hip measurement, divide by 4, and add an extra 4-inch allowance. And from there, I will take it straight down to the full length of the fabric, as you can see. Then I'll also take it upwards to the chest line I marked here. So now from here, I'll make a curve to meet the armhole opening, just as you see me doing, like this. And after doing that, I'll go ahead and cut out. And here, before I cut out, I decided to draw the shoulder slope to meet the neckline before I forget. So now after doing this, I'll cut out. Mind you, I'm cutting both the front and the back together right now. And now after cutting, this is the back piece. I'll be using this part for the back. So I will be using the same width of the neck for the back as well, but the depth is going to be different since it's a deep V neckline at the back. So now from the waistline, I'll come up by about 3-inch from the waistline, as you see me doing here right now. I'll mark the 3-inch above the waistline, as you can see. So now I'll go inwards for the width of the neck depth. As you can see, I'll go in by 5-inch, and I'll connect it like this. So now from the shoulder neck area, I will draw a straight line to connect the neck depth at the waist area, just as you see me doing right now. You can see the waist area depth is wider than the neck area depth. So now, because I will be putting a strip here and an elastic strip here, so this side is going to be a bit wider. So now I will cut it out. So as you can see, I've already cut out the neckline of the back. This is how deep the back is going to be. So from this place, I'll come here come upwards from the waist depth. I'll come upward by 2 inch and make a notch there, and I'll also come to the neck area and come down by 1 inch, and I'll also make a notch here. These are the places I'm going to be adding my rope strip for tying the back area. So now after that, I'll go ahead and measure around this neck depth of the back all round. So whatever I have, I'll use it to cut out a strip. This is my strip. You can make yours about 1 inch wide or 2 or 1.5 inch wide. So I will take my strip. As you can see, I'll take the fabric and I'll place the strip on the fabric like this. Beside that, I also went ahead to make the ropes already. I already made the ropes I'll be using for tying at the back. So now as I go ahead to add this strip, I will add in the ropes to the notched areas. I have cut out about 4 ropes. As you can see, this is it after sewing. I've sewn down the strip on the May fabric, and I added the ropes as well. As you can see them on the notched area. This is it. So now I'll also go ahead and cover up this part like this, as if I'm turning the neckline with a bias strip, but I'll be adding extra allowance inside the turning because I'll be adding my elastic strip on this area, some part of the area. So please follow up. So now I'll go to my sewing machine and do that all around. After sewing, this is what it looks like. These are the ropes I added for tying. So at this point here, I will open up the sewn areas somewhere around this point a little bit here. So this area I am measuring now is the part I will be adding my elastic strip. So I'll be using about 1/2 inch of elastic on this area. That's why I said you should leave a little bit space inside when turning. So I measure around this area. Whatever I have here, I will divide it by 2 and use it to cut my elastic strip. So the measurement I have here is about 13 inch. So I divide my 13 inch by 2. I have about 6.5 inch. So I will cut an elastic strip of about 6.5, and I will open up the area a little bit so I can pass in my bias strip from this side to the other side where the rope is. So from this end of the rope to the other end of the rope, I will be adding my elastic strip. So now I'll fix my elastic on my safety pin, and then I'll pass it from one end to the other. And now after adding, this is what it looks like. I went ahead to add the elastic strip, and this is how it looks like. You can see how gathered it looks. So now I'll go ahead and add my pockets to the sides of the dress, from the back part to the front panel as well. So after adding, I went ahead to join the both sides together, the front and the back together. So this is what it looks like after sewing. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You can see how easy and comfortable during this heat season. This dress will be very, very nice for the weather. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And for the back neckline, I went ahead to also turn it in and use my Emi gum to hold it down. You can see how neat and comfortable it looks. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.